I grew up within a climbing community in Slovenia with a strong historical background. Driven by the tasks of older generations, I became an alpinist and soon found myself being roped up with those people I only had read about before. Climbing routes I only ever could have dreamed about. Reading or listening to the old stories is an unlimited potential of inspiration and ideas, a true source of motivation. When sitting face to face with people like Silvo and Marko, you simply feel enriched.
So I met Luka, was with the exchange visit of Polish climbers in Slovenia. First morning, many were drunk and we three were left alone because for the approach to that ice climb we needed skis. Luka didn't have skis, so he borrowed the skis from some other guy. The problem was that those skis didn't have skins, and he also didn't have ski poles. Because of the generation difference, I thought at first that this is another young person who knows nothing about mountains. Each of us gave him one ski pole. We left him behind to struggle with his skis without skins. The last part before the icefall, like the last half an hour, was quite steep, and Rock was like pushing, okay, let's go climbing, I don't think he will come after us. I was a little bit more conscious that we should give him a chance. And then I saw a little dot at the edge of the forest. He was really struggling and fighting, and then I said, okay, now we will wait for him. I see he wanted to be part of the day. And this was really good signal from him, and since then we climbed many times together. I think that his advantage is that he enjoys in the mountains for enjoyment, not for the storytelling.
When climbing a route on Grand Capucin with Silvo, he told me a story about his second repeat of Rolling Stones at Grand Juras. Silvo had a vision that one day someone could free the route. In this moment I started to dream, but only 5 years later Luka Lindič and myself freed the route. I like any kind of climbing, because moving between different disciplines you constantly find yourself in uncomfortable and unknown situations. I like the challenge. I always look for different things to do in the mountains and find it amazing to see how you can adapt your body. Like in 1 year you can totally change your body from expedition mode with lots of walking and climbing to a strong diet regime driven steep sport route figure. And I learned with systematic hard work, motivation and determination you can reach almost any goal in climbing and learn for real life. However, in Tibet, we ran back into life after getting stuck on the mountain for 3 nights in a storm. We didn't care anymore about equipment or a summit. At the first sight, we were losers. We lost. The word success became relative, and we were taught a lesson that even being in great shape, the mountain sets the rules. In climbing, numbers don't tell everything. Maybe the easiest way is to compare alpinism and climbing to athletic sports. In athletic sports, you have a stopwatch or meters to underline the fact. 1 meter is a meter, a second. In climbing, especially in the mountains in winter, it can be very difficult to grade terrain. It's not objective. It changes. Sometimes the low-graded climbs are much harder due to conditions or weather. One day, fear can turn you back in a climb, and the next day you solo it. I find a good description of a climb has more value than just a number.
When soloing Prezelj Integral, a huge ridge line to the Mont Blanc, I felt I want to do it on my own, in my own way of thinking and own way of climbing. For me, I felt like on a Himalayan peak, like moving into the unknown, alone and on site.
For today's standards, the moves are not hard. The difficulties are route finding, moving fast on loose rocks and to be confident. The hardest part was packing the little pack with minimal equipment. It's the moment you decide to commit. Once on the climb, it was all below my limit, thinking this is how you must feel when soloing. The final meters were full of emotions. I fulfilled my dream, completing the journey from the idea in my mind to the summit. When it comes to reporting a climb, Slovenians are very quiet. People usually don't speak much about what they do. There are many good alpinists who do their climbs on the weekend between full-time job and family. They climb and the story is finished for them. Their passion takes them to the mountains, nothing else. Some climbers almost produce a product from their activity. They go on an expedition to shoot a movie and bring home a story. I think this is the job of an actor. When I climb, I like to concentrate on moving and making the right decisions. Sometimes a line is drawn on a picture even before they go. They already have the whole story. They don't even need to go. It's a personal thing how far you will go, but both media and industry could pay more attention to quality content and ethics. Of course, I would like to make a living from climbing, but as a climber, not as an actor. As an alpinist, I'm prepared to report from my climbs, to inspire people, and to preserve data for future generations.
When I met him, Luka, first time, I was so surprised, and I was looking that even know before that somebody can already born with experience. And Luka was, when I saw him first time climbing, it was like that I'm looking someone that already climbed 25 years. And I think it's very important that you find it. What is your most important things? A lot of people just searching and never finding in his life. And I say that the most important thing is if you find it.